Well, guess where I pulled in? They don't open for another 30 minutes, but we'll see what they say and see what they can do for cheap. All right, got the invoice here. Let me get somewhere to get parked, pull out of here. I'll let you guys know what was what. All right, everyone, we're stuck. Okay, so I'm right outside of Aldi's. I gotta get some groceries. You guys know from the last video, my brakes were just gone, clanking and grinding. You know, the damage was already done, but it could have been far worse, right? Once you get past rotors, it's downhill from there for sure. So I had to bite the bullet. I had no money. So if you guys saw the previous video, don't go, oh, I thought you didn't have money. I still don't have money. I don't even want to explain right now how I ended up with this money. But here's the invoice. I'll throw it up on the screen. But my original quote that they gave me was before taxes was going to be coming in at somewhere in the neighborhood of about, I think it's something like $1,300, a little over $1,300. Which, if you look up what I was looking at on Google for my area, very comparable per axle. These are just the front brakes, so brakes and rotors and all that stuff. My stuff was eat up, and I knew it. We knew from the sound that this was not going to be good or cheap. I had to wait longer than I thought. They told me it was going to take at least an hour to get to me, which is completely understandable. I didn't have an appointment. I just showed up right when they opened. And I'm fine with it. They had free coffee. I don't really drink coffee, but when I knew I was going to get a big bill, I will take you up on your Keurig Snickers flavored coffee. Originally, the wrong part was sent over, but the good news is the mechanic said that the correct part is actually cheaper. So we saved some money there. I think they kind of took into account some of the stuff they didn't have to charge me for since I was waiting so long. It was about almost 5 hours. You know, and they were busy. This is an oil change place, so they stay busy. I get my oil change there pretty regular, and that's all I ever do. I don't know them that well or anything like that. It's just a close one that I use. But basically, everything's said and done, out the door, $1,095. I cannot really complain about that. It's a lot. I was surprised, as I've said before, I was surprised how expensive it is to do this, but it's been years since I need anything done like this. We're talking many, many years. Like, it might have even been in the late 90s. So, obviously, prices went up, service and everything like that. So, while not something I can afford, $1,095 is much cheaper than I was expecting, unless I was going to just be able to get them to do one brake, which, you know, with rotors, you're supposed to do them in pairs, which we did. So we've got working brakes again. Hallelujah. Trust me, I don't want to be in that position again. I still got one big ticket thing that I have to get taken care of, which is what I was kind of hoping to squirrel for, and that's a gearbox. But this puts us back on the road a little bit, so I don't have to worry about... I'm still going to stay close, but I don't have to worry about staying close as much now. You know, this thing was making so much noise, I didn't want to stealth anywhere and then pull out because it's just everyone's heads turned. So that's that. Like I said, I will show you this invoice, take a screenshot or whatever, so just so you get an idea. Thanks to everyone who's following right now. Please make sure you subscribe, share, comment. This is a new channel. The videos, again, will get a little more streamlined and be a little tighter. Right now, I'm just turning the camera on as I remember and telling you what's happening with me, and then, you know, signing it out. So that's it. I'm getting ready to go inside and get myself some groceries. I really just want to make a sandwich And then I'm probably going to eat and crash because I am tired. I've only had a few hours at a time sleeping. I'm just not sleeping well right now. Stressing about this mostly. So stay tuned to see where I end up. Tonight I'm going to try to sleep in a different spot, or at least hang out in a different spot. I kind of sleep during the day, so I'll end up in a different spot to kind of camp. So thank you for following. Thank you for hanging out with me. I hope you like this. If you have any questions, comments, or some suggestions of what you want to see in future videos, feel free to go ahead and let me know down there in the comments. Like, subscribe, yada yada. Again, I'm kind of new to doing this van life thing, as you can tell. But I do appreciate anyone that's watching this. If you make it to the end of these videos, so much more appreciated. All right, change of plan. Aldi was really crowded. It's lunchtime, and I didn't really want to deal with it. So I'm going into Winn-Dixie. They're usually pretty fast. I'm just going to get some fried chicken. I'm in the mood for fried chicken now. Can't see it back there, but I did like one of the worst parking jobs too. I'm like over the line. There's no cars around, but I'm over the line and everything. Kind of embarrassed about it. But let's go inside and get some chicken. All right, I'm back. Got some discounted fried chicken, macaroni salad, and loaf of bread. Loaf of bread, because I don't have any bread right now. Yeah, macaroni salad, you know, I'm not going to eat all of it at one sitting. It has to be refrigerated. I've got Ziplocs and stuff in the back. The only thing is, I don't technically have my cooler hooked up right now. I've been running it off my Jackery, but you know, you can't run the Jackery full time or, you know, it's going to die. So we're going over to Home Depot because I need some wire. And hopefully we can hook the cooler up today. We get the cooler hooked up today. Stuff will stay cold, you know, off the power of solar. So that's where we're going right now before we even eat. Wish me luck. Right, we're at Home Depot. We're gonna go see if I can find the wire that I need. The one on my socket just isn't long enough, so I need to find some longer wire that I can hook up. And if everything works out, my cooler will have some power tonight. No real luck in there. The wire they had was just too much wire. It was locked away, and the prices didn't really meet my budget. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm hungry. I'm tired. I think I'm just going to jump in the van, eat, and get some sleep. I think that's probably the best bet. Okay, I'm finally stopped. I'm just basically at that same spot that Home Depot was. I'm hungry. I'm tired. You guys are probably like, you don't have to do anything while you're tired. I don't want to get into it. I am tired. I haven't slept. So I'm going to eat and I'm going to crash. I don't have any way to, well, I do, but I don't have the wire I need to hook up the cooler to my main batteries here in the back. But honestly, as long as I have air conditioning, I'm pretty okay. But once I have the power hooked up, I'll be able to hook my TV, my Blu-ray player, and have the cooler hooked up. So that'll make things a lot easier, because honestly, there's a little jack here, and that's usually what I charge my phone and stuff with off of this cooler. So I definitely want to keep using that. Waddles. Everyone say hi to Waddles. And that's his cup of water. Oddly enough, like a bunch of stuff fell when I was testing out the brakes, but his water didn't fall because it was supposed to have been somewhere else. But I'm going to give them some food and I'm going to chill. I still need to get a litter box scoop. Apparently I didn't pack mine when I moved out, and this Dollar Tree I had over here didn't have one, so I'm gonna have to probably get one at Walmart or something. Definitely need that, because you know, still warm weather here, and a litter box, warm weather is not good if you don't have a scoop. Let me put it that way. I do have a job prospect. I should know more by the next video. And this is my meal for before bed. Some fried chicken, macaroni salad, a couple slices of bread. I'm gonna eat, have myself a Coke. Then I'm going to go right to sleep.